Subscribe for Reddit's controversial opinions. NSFW I don't care if my boyfriend watches porn, and women that do care are insecure. My boyfriend has a much higher libido than I do because of the medication I'm taking for depression. As such, I understand that sometimes he needs to take care of things and I'm just not up for the task. I don't care if he gets off to another girl on a screen as long as he's open and honest about it. He watches porn. I watch porn. And sometimes we watch it together. It's helped our sex life as well because we know what each other likes and we have that open line of communication. That feeling that a lot of girls have, that because their boyfriend watches another girl on a screen to get off, means that they are insecure and have trust issues. I get both agreeing to limit it if it's getting in the way of sex, but most of the time when a girl asks her boyfriend to stop altogether, he's just gonna watch it behind her back anyway. Communication is key. As long as you have trust in a relationship, porn shouldn't be a bad thing for your relationship. I think it's perfectly fine that you are perfectly fine with this, but I wouldn't go so far as to label all women who have an issue with this as insecure. Porn addiction is a real thing after all. The cool girl. Having a belief of what is okay in your relationship is great. But using it to label all women who don't share that belief as insecure is why I don't agree with your post. The other key point in your security with your boyfriend watching porn is that he is honest about it. That is typically not the case, and I would venture to say that most women would feel odd about why their BFs hide or are not upfront about their porn. Feel how you feel. But patting yourself on the back and trying to describe yourself as better than other insecure women is just that classic women shitting all over other women to feel better BS. Both me and my BF quit porn after realizing the damaging effects it has on us. I don't really have a huge issue enough to say something if he went back to it, but I don't regret giving up porn personally. It screwed up my mind so bad. I'd take him, the real thing, any day. Dated a girl who was against porn big time. Told me she didn't want me watching it, but if I did, to just be upfront about it. I did watch it way less and I was upfront about it. Once. She didn't yell or scold or anything, but the disappointment she had was obvious. I just never told her when I did afterwards. As a woman, I hate that my boyfriend watches porn because I have an insanely high libido and end up having to go without because he's already done the deed. I get upset because I feel like my wants aren't prioritized. There are other reasons people care. Also, why do women hate other women for being insecure? It's an odd thing I see and hear very often. People are typically insecure because of things they've experienced through their life. I actually took 2 gender studies courses in university, and for one of them, I wrote my final essay on porn. I did extensive research into how porn affects your brain and what it does to views of sexuality and healthy sexual relationships. Note, these were academic, peer-reviewed journals I read, not 5-paragraph articles from Psychology.com that are there just to make you feel good about your life. Yeah. The research isn't disputed. Porn is not good for your mental health, view of women, or for current or future sexual relationships you might have. Men, most of these journals focused on men, what can you do, who had watched less porn reported having a much healthier and more satisfying sex life with their partner. They reported having less problems in the bedroom. Of course, none of this is surprising. I assume my husband looks at porn occasionally. I personally don't like porn and I just don't want to know about it. I tried to be the cool girl at the beginning of our relationship, but I can't do it. The sounds, the angles, the positions are all not for me. What bothers me about porn is that unless you are specifically looking for something that is created ethically, you have no idea if any of the parties want to take part in it. The idea that I could be watching someone doing something unconsensually or with consent but because they feel like it's their only option really turns me off. Plus, most things I've seen are really male gaze. Why would I want to see someone get cum on their face? Feminist porn exists, but most people seek out what is more easily available. I'm a guy, don't watch porn, and I don't know, I'd just feel uncomfortable knowing my GF was getting off to someone else like that, even if it's just someone on a screen or whatever. I'm not insecure, It just makes me uncomfortable in the same way it would make me uncomfortable if she was hitting on an attractive guy or something. I'm relatively okay with porn, I do watch it myself, only amateur, don't want to support that industry too much. However, where I draw the line is this: I had an ex who would download pictures from the profiles, IG, FB, of his female friends and acquaintances. I'm talking every girl had their own folder on his computer, and sometimes he'd ask them for pics from their last photo shoots, a lot of them did some alternative modeling. And then he would masturbate to them. That's something I definitely break up over.